cracking, gang? It's T Nasty, and I'm back with another banger for you guys. And UFC 322 just wrapped up. Man, this one fucking stings, guys. I got to be honest with you. I told you I'd hop on here and eat the humble pie if I had to, and here I am eating that humble pie. If you don't know, Islam Makhachev completely and totally dominated Jack Della Maddalena on the ground, and it really sucks when someone you fully believe in and someone you're a huge fan of just, gets absolutely dominated and loses like that. But, sometimes it's just how it goes in this game, especially when you're fighting the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And that's exactly what Islam Makhachev is. He was before this fight, and he proved tonight that he still is. We'll get into a bit more of that in a minute when I, give you my full breakdown of the fight and how it went. But before we get to that, we just got to hit on, some bright sides of this card. Your boy did absolutely amazing on picks, an absolute masterclass by yours truly. In total I went 11-3 on the card, and I managed to even pick the method correct in most of these fights. Even the ones that I got wrong and the other guy won, I predicted a lot of things that did end up happening in the fights. And that's just how it goes with my picks, man. I always know what I'm fucking talking about. Regardless, sometimes, the thing about MMA is anything can fucking happen. Anyone can beat anyone, especially in the UFC level. Like, all of these guys are fucking elite, top-level fighters. But I know what I see when I'm analyzing these fights, and I called a lot of things correct. I did pretty good. As for the UFC 322 draft, we have a brand new UFC T-Nasty MMA predictions champion, and that's my boy Huncho Mint. In his fourth attempt at the title, he finally pulled it off. He ended up with a final score of +4. Let's just look at the final official scores here. Huncho Mint, like I said, ended up with +4. Your boy T Nasty ended up with -1. Brindo ended up dead even at 0, and your boy Hayden, the newcomer, ended up with -1. And it was a steady race all night. Hayden had the lead early after the prelims, and then everyone else started to slowly make their way back up once the main card happened. He had 4 fighters, I believe, on the main card, which is kind of crazy. And unfortunately, none of them really did too well, and he ended up falling off. But it was a really, really good card, really close between all of us. So, we're gonna make a quick cut right here, and we're gonna put in the the quick little post-fight interview with our new champion, Huncho Mint. So let's cut right to that. All right, guys, I'm here with the winner and new T-Nasty MMA prediction champion, Huncho. It's your 4th time up in the draft video, challenging for the T-Nasty title, and you finally pulled out the win and got the championship. How are you feeling about your performance tonight, brother?
I was starting to feel like a fraud. I was starting to feel like a casual. I was 4 drafts in and I hadn't gotten a win yet. I was like, fuck it. I'm locking in and getting that win. Shout out Islam Makhachev. Might be the GOAT. Should be number 1 pound-for-pound rankings. And shout out Aaron Blanchfield for getting that submission. That's what really put me up over Brandon.
Aaron Blanchfield, bro. Maddie Tracy Cortez is the real winner. I don't even care.
We the champ.
Let's go WMMA, bro.
Yep. Huncho, tell me, what was your favorite moment from the card tonight?
My favorite moment was probably Saint Denis knocking out Dariush in like the first 15 seconds of the fight.
Yeah, that was
electric.
Absolutely nasty. So if you had to give $50,000 a performance bonus to one guy, who would it be?
Ooh, honestly, boring answers, but it's got to be either Shevchenko or Makhachev, because that was just domination through 25 minutes.
Yeah, so. Absolutely.
Fight of the night, though, that's a tough one. I'll have to think on that.
Yeah, but it was a masterclass by you tonight. +4 is your final score. Very, very impressive. Next draft we got coming up, UFC 323, Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan. So give me some insights onto who you're eyeing for the next draft.
Obviously, Merab's a beast. Peter's also a beast, but I think Merab gets it done there. So if we can try to get Merab on the team, that'd be perfect. I'm gonna try to defend that belt.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the draft video. Shout out to the new champion, Huncho Mint. Let's hear it for him. Make sure to tune into the next one for UFC 323. Huncho, any last words?
Drop a like and subscribe to T-Nasty MMA, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Thank you, brother. Yeah, so very, very good performance by Huncho Mint. Make sure to tune into the next draft for UFC 323 to see him defend the title. Obviously yours truly is going to be going for it once again, and we're going to get a couple other fresh faces up in here for the next draft, so make sure to tune into that. But now back to the card. We got to go over the results of these fights. And starting with Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev, our main event. Man, it fucking hurt, man. The entire fucking fight, I'm just sitting there watching. And, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, because I predicted he would win by the round 5 comeback KO. And so, the whole fight, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I had a feeling that Islam was going to do very well on the ground. I really did think Jack would do better, though. I was really surprised he wasn't able to pull off the scrambles. But, you could tell Islam and his Team Khabib, they were fucking very well prepared for Jack Della style, because he did try to go for those scrambles. He did try to go for, like, the Granby rolls and stuff like that. And every single time he did, Islam just, countered perfectly and ended up on top. It was just absolutely beautiful performance by Islam Makhachev. And another thing I think they studied very well is the fact that Della Maddalena really doesn't sprawl very much. Like, that's like the one downside of his takedown defense. And I should have mentioned that more in my predictions video. And I really should have taken that more into account in my pick. But, the thing is, I'm like, Islam really like has never been that great at like the single and double leg takedowns in his career. Like, most of them have all been like, clinch takedowns, body lock takedowns, and like sweeps and trips and stuff like that. And he did hit a nice sweep on Della, but that was like off a single leg, so it was just really impressive how they scouted that, and I think they decided to switch it up and go for mostly double legs. So like all the takedowns he got in this fight were double legs pretty much, except for the one single leg, I think. And yeah, another thing that I got right about my analysis for this fight is that I had a feeling Jack Della would try, some goofy shit, try to take down Islam or try to hit, some sort of counter, maybe even go for a submission attempt, and he absolutely did do that in round 3. And that was a huge mistake, because Islam just perfectly countered that, ended up on top, and then controlled him for 3 minutes of the rest of the round. And that was just pretty much the story of this fight. Jack Della, anytime he would try to get something going, like, you would think Jack was, oh, there you go, Jack, there you go. Boom, fucking double leg takedown. And then 2.5, 3 minutes of control time for the rest of the round. It was really upsetting to see that happen to Jack. I really, really believed that he would be able to pull it off and get the win against Islam Makhachev. And, I'm going to continue fucking fading Islam Makhachev, okay? Despite the fact that this guy is easily the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Easily the best fighter in the UFC right now. And one of, if not the best grapplers in the whole UFC. Like, maybe it's Cope, but I do still feel like Khamzat has the slightest edge just in pure grappling. But, like, in terms of having a complete MMA game, like, Islam is just the best. Like, even on the feet, he was doing well against Jack. He fucking tore up that lead leg whenever Jack was in southpaw. His right leg was fucking mincemeat by the end of that fight. And even with the hands, he landed a couple good strikes on Jack as well when they were standing. But yeah, just in terms of complete game, Islam is easily the best fighter in the world right now. But I'm going to continue picking against him because I know he has weaknesses in his fucking game, and I know somebody is going to be able to exploit them one day. It just unfortunately was not Jack Della Maddalena like I fully believed it would be. And ultimately, my fucking bet did not hit. It's a damn shame. Jack pretty much is like 100% guaranteed to not be champion now on December 31st, which is just so unfortunate, And the thing that makes me most mad is I thought the circumstances would be different. I really thought that Belal was going to defend the belt against Shavkat in June. But Shavkat had to fucking pull out and ruin the whole thing, man. I thought Belal would defend the belt against Shavkat in June, and then I thought Belal would defend the belt again against Jack Della Maddalena around this time at the end of the year, and I thought Jack would beat him. And I was fucking right. I knew Jack would beat Belal, but I just didn't think he would have to face fucking Islam Makhachev before the end of the year. And whenever he won that fucking belt, I was so fucking happy, so proud of him. I knew he would be champion. Like I said in my video the other day. Go check that out, by the way. But I just, I just didn't think he would fight Islam, man. And I was praying that fight would get pushed until like January to be the first fight of the freaking Paramount deal or something like that. But nope, they just had to do it in the fucking MSG. And, I really, really fucking chose to ride JDM hard. Like, I gotta fucking silence that. But I really was fucking putting my all into JDM this week. I literally made 6 videos in a row glazing Jack Della Maddalena, the JDM agenda. And unfortunately it failed, but regardless, I will never switch up on my favorite fighters. Jack Della Maddalena is still one of my favorite fighters in the whole world of all time. And I will never switch up on him. He'll be back. I mean, he proved tonight that, regardless that he did get dominated on the ground, but he proved tonight that he's good enough to not get submitted. There was a lot of the Dagestani Glazers and even a lot of the non-Dagestanis. They were saying that Islam would easily walk through Jack and submit him early. And he proved tonight that he has elite submission defense. He Needs to work on the takedown D a little bit for sure. But he can definitely hang on the ground, even with the best grapplers and submission artists in the world, like he did tonight. He went 5 rounds with the best, like one of the best grapplers and the best fighter in the whole UFC. And, you know, there's just no shame in losing to a guy like that. You know, I mean, he's definitely going to be super upset about this performance. But like, there's really just was nothing he could do. I mean, Islam was just on another fucking level tonight. And I was just so shocked. Really thought JDM would be able to do well. Like, I don't understand how Islam struggled so much against Poirier, but then was just like so easily dominant against Della Maddalena. I think it's just Islam was just a different fucking beast at 170, man. Like, I really think that 155-pound weight cut was fucking hurting him bad. And we saw tonight, fucking he looked like he looked complete tonight. And he was just on another level tonight. So shout out to Islam Makhachev. Proved me wrong. Proved a lot of the MMA YouTubers wrong. And absolutely dominated Della Maddalena. The fight was honestly boring as fuck. The only reason I was, into that fight at all was because I was praying for the Della comeback KO. It never happened. And Islam Makhachev is your new welterweight champion. He's now a 2-weight world champion. He's now the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world once again. And he cements himself as one of the greatest fighters of all time, in my opinion. Like, he has to be at least top 10, top 5 by now. And he's still fighting. Like, he's still got more to come. As for what's next, I'm not really sure. There was quite a few other welterweights on this card. I mean, Michael Morales fucking pieced up Sean Brady in the first round and finished him somewhat easily. He kind of dominated Sean on the feet, and that was really impressive because that is, like, probably the best contender at welterweight right now, and Michael Morales easily beat him. I do think definitely not Leon. I think Carlos Prates' performance was like slightly more impressive just because it was like more like he literally fucking sleeped Leon Edwards. Like I said, by the way, okay, I might put the clip in, but like I said, I told you guys he would be sleeping with the left hand, and that fucking happened. So I mean, either of those two guys could definitely get a title shot next. I don't think either of them beat Islam, though. I think Islam easily beats both of those guys. As for a little wild card, maybe Kamaru Usman. I mean, they've been talking about that. Kamaru's been asking for it, and Ali Abdelaziz, their manager, has been asking for it. He manages both those guys, so I think he'll be pushing that for sure. And I think they're friends, but, I feel like they would probably fight each other, especially for the belt, for the legacy on the line. Like, and I think that would be a big fight, so I feel like that's probably what's next, but we'll definitely see. I mean, there's a lot to happen. Islam could retire on top. You never fucking know. But yeah, shout out to Islam Makhachev. Very good performance. Really fucking upsetting for me, but, it is what it is. Had to eat the humble pie. It happens sometimes, Sometimes your favorite fighters win, like they did whenever Jack won the belt, like they did whenever Sean O'Malley won the belt, and sometimes they lose, especially to guys like Islam, like Merab. Like, it just fucking happens, it's part of the game. And these Russian and Georgian guys are just on a fucking different, whole nother level, man. And speaking of, like, the Caucasus region people, I mean, Valentina Shevchenko, another extremely dominant performance. I mean, Weili Zhang had almost nothing for Valentina at all. Valentina, this one, I pretty much exactly called it in my predictions video, how it went down. Valentina dominated Weili, got a shitload of control time. It doesn't show it here how much it was, but it was a lot. And easily got takedowns. She even hurt Weili on the feet a few times, especially with the body shots. The body kicks were nasty. The body knees were nasty. She landed a big spinning back kick like I said she would. Another thing I said would happen in this fight was Weili would probably hurt Valentina at some point. Didn't exactly happen. She never, like, wobbled her or anything like that. But she did land a few big, like, elbows in tight and, a couple big shots here and there that I was like, oh, so shout out to Weili Zhang. For, hanging in there, but she just got absolutely dominated, really. She was way too small for Valentina Shevchenko. And, yeah, so it'll be exciting to see her go back down to strawweight. Her versus Mackenzie Dern will probably be a big, fight as a co-main in the Paramount era. But, I mean, Valentina Shevchenko, she is just really, really fucking good fighter. One of the best women's fighters of all time. Like, the only one above her at this point is Amanda Nunes, who beat her twice, by the way. But Valentina just looked on another level tonight. And, she's getting up there in age, but she's still fucking got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still her. And she's got some big fights on the horizon at women's flyweight. So shout out to Valentina Shevchenko. Very dominant performance. Not the most entertaining, but it was very good. Now, man, I mean, it's a shame that these two fucking fights at the end were, like, honestly kind of boring. Like, it was really impressive, but, like, it just wasn't the most entertaining thing in the world because the first 3 fights on this main card, all KO TKOs. First round, second round, first round. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. You guys really had to sneak it up at the end there. But this main card, man, the first 3 fights especially were just fucking insane. Sean Brady versus Michael Morales, like I alluded to a minute ago, I mean, Michael Morales just absolutely dismantled Sean Brady on the feet. Like, I don't know what was going on with Sean. I think maybe he was like injured or something because he was wearing like some knee braces, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if he did that on purpose to maybe give him some extra like friction or something on the ground. But sorry, I was at the bar, so feeling a little bit. But yeah, Sean Brady, something seemed off with him, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was just because of the huge size difference. Okay, they said on the broadcast that Morales is 6 foot and Sean Brady is 5'10", and there's no fucking way that's true. There's no way. He looked at least 5-6 inches taller than this guy. Like, he was fucking massive, dude. Like, this guy is a gigantic welterweight. And, he just, like, completely mauled Sean Brady, beat him up on the feet. And, it's honestly surprising he didn't finish him sooner because he was piecing him up the whole entire time. Like, Sean landed a couple shots, but, like, he pretty much had nothing for him. And Michael Morales, very impressive TKO over Sean Brady, one of the top contenders in the welterweight division right now. I'm pretty sure he's top 3, and he just got absolutely dismantled. Michael Morales moves to 19-0. I'm pretty sure he has like at least like 60-70% finish rate. Like, I think he has like 16 out of 19 finishes. Like, that's just insane. And shout out to Michael Morales, man. This kid is really fucking good, and he absolutely will be fighting for a title one day. Hopefully not next, because I don't think he beats Islam. But, yeah, very good performance from Michael Morales. And then before that, this one was just slightly better just because I predicted this exactly. Like, maybe it's fucking biased, but dude, I told you guys Carlos Prates was going to sleep Leon Edwards in Madison Square Garden with a left hand. I told you guys Leon cannot take left hands, okay? He couldn't take one from Nate Diaz. Got absolutely rocked by Nate Diaz, one of like the most pillow-fisted punchers in UFC history. And he's going up against a guy whose signature move is knocking everybody out with his fucking left hand. Like, come on. Like, these people really thought Leon was going to win this fight? Come on, bro. Leon, he was crotch sniffing in the first round. He really, really loved the scent of Carlos's fucking nuts, man. I'm sure they smell fucking great, but Leon definitely was trying to grapple. He wanted no part of standing there in front of Carlos Prates, and it showed why. Because Carlos, as soon as he landed one in the first round, and you could tell it fucking hurt. You could tell Leon was like, holy fuck, this motherfucker hits hard. And, as soon as he landed another one in the second round, just absolutely fucking colded Leon Edwards. It was the most beautiful thing. We went absolutely nuts in the bar. Carlos Prates proves me right once again. Very impressive performance. This guy, he has that one touch of death fucking KO power that you talk about with some guys, like Alex Pereira, Rumble Johnson, guys like that. And this guy, he just has that fucking death touch. So shout out to Carlos Prates. Very impressive performance. Same thing with Michael Morales. I do not think he beats Islam Makhachev. And, honestly, I think that win was a little, like, I obviously loved it way more, but I think the win over Sean Brady is just a slightly more impressive just because Leon's, kind of getting older and falling off a bit. And Sean Brady's hot right now, fucking popping. So, just slightly less impressive maybe if I remove my bias. But, still a very impressive win. Knocking out a former world champion like that. Fucking Carlos Prates, man. He's him. And I definitely don't think he's championship material, but he's definitely like up there as one of my favorite fighters now. Like, we'll see where he falls in the top 10 when I do that video soon. But as for now, this guy's got to be up there in my top 20. This guy is just so fun to watch. And I think he will be sleeping random people in the welterweight division for years to come. So very much looking forward to that. And then as for the first fight in the main card, Benoit Saint Denis, I told you guys, Beneil Dariush was not going to have anything for Benoit Saint Denis. And, BSD, just like, this one was even worse. This was by far the most devastating KO out of these three. There was another one that we'll talk about in a sec that may have been a little more devastating, but, this one was just fucking disgusting. Like, Benoit Saint Denis just absolutely fucking colded Beneil Dariush. Sent him to the fucking shadow realm. Beneil literally fucking fell face first, like, on top of his head, bro. His head literally spiked on the fucking canvas. Like, it was just absolutely insane the way BSD did that to him in 16 seconds, bro. 16 fucking seconds. Look at this. Round 1, 16 seconds. Just absolutely colds Beneil Dariush. That shit was just absolutely beautiful. Benoit Saint Denis, man, this guy, he has fucking knockout power for sure. He has pretty good grappling. He just, he hasn't been able to put it together in the big fights as of yet, but as for now, Benoit Saint Denis, very impressive performance against Beneil Dariush. Now, I know Beneil's been knocked out a few times before, but that's the worst one he's ever been suffered in his whole career. So shout out to Benoit Saint Denis, very impressive performance. I haven't looked into who has the performance bonuses yet, but I I would like to wager that at least 2 of these guys got performance bonuses, if not all 3, plus maybe like Islam as a 4th performance bonus. We'll see. I really don't know. I don't even care to look enough right now just because I'm so upset about that main event. But moving on to the prelims, I mean, this one right here, this was probably the next most impressive KO on the card. I mean, Bo Nickal absolutely sleeps Rodolfo Vieira with a head kick in the 3rd round. I mean, who would have fucking thought Bo Nickal would get the first CTE Society KO of the card? I mean, wow. Like, Bo Nickal, man, this guy, say what you want about Bo Nickal. I mean, he may have gotten fraud checked by Renier de Ridder, but did he really? I mean, Renier de Ridder was a massive step up in competition for Bo. I mean, at that point, he was 7-0. Going up against Renier, who's like a 25-plus fight veteran at that point. Like, that was just an insane step up. And he may have lost and gotten absolutely embarrassed, but, like, he came back tonight in a huge way. Absolutely sleeping Rodolfo Vieira, which, I mean, Vieira's not a good striker at all. So, I mean, it's not the most impressive thing, but Bo Nickal's only 8-1. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy to see a guy who came over from wrestling and he's able to, his striking looked good tonight. His takedown defense looked on point. I mean, obviously one of the best wrestlers of all time, especially in the UFC. And yeah, I mean, he just looked good. I mean, this is one fight I thought Bo would win by submission in round 1. I thought it'd be a lot easier for him. I thought it would be like a minute or 2 tops. And, at one point, Rodolfo did shoot on Bo like I thought he would, and Bo locked up a guillotine like I thought he would. But Bo eventually, let go of it. I mean, very hard to tap out an ADCC world champion like Rodolfo Vieira. But he went on to, like, he was easily winning that fight going into round 3. And, you think he probably would have coasted to a decision win. Oh, sorry, once again. I mean, hold on, let me take a drink. May or may not edit that out. I don't know. I got to work in fucking 5 hours. But regardless, Bo Nickal just absolutely cold Rodolfo Vieira. Beautiful head kick KO. I mean, if you guys know me, you know my favorite KOs are head kick KOs. And it was just absolutely beautiful one by Bo Nickal. So shout out to him. I mean, he may have gotten a performance bonus as well. We'll see later. Once again, don't really care enough to look it up right now. But all 4 of those guys who got KOs absolutely deserve performance bonuses. Abso-fucking-lutely. Next one, Gregory Rodriguez versus Roman Kopylov. I mean, this fight was a fucking banger. This was a scrap between these guys, as I figured it would be. Gregory Rodriguez ultimately gets the decision win. I thought he would KO Roman Kopylov, and he got very close to doing it in the 2nd round like I predicted. But unfortunately, he didn't chase the finish very hard. I mean, Roman Kopylov's a very good striker. I can't really blame him for not really wanting to engage too much in that with him. Try to throw caution to the wind. That would have been a bad idea. But ultimately, Gregory Rodriguez gets the decision win. I mean, he beat up Roman Kopylov for sure. He had him bloodied in there like I thought he would. So shout out to Gregory Rodriguez, my boy RoboCop. Another banger on the resume. Before that, we had Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. And got this one absolutely correct. I mean, I said it would be round 1. But I knew Aaron Blanchfield would get the submission. I just thought she was on another level on the ground over Tracy Cortez. And she absolutely proved that. So shout out to Aaron Blanchfield. Definitely at most 1 fight away from a title shot, if not next for Valentina, just because there's really, I don't really know who. Oh, I mean, Maria Silva, yeah. Or Natalia Silva, whatever the hell her name is. That girl's fighting for the title next. But Aaron, she needs one more. Maybe give her a fight against Manon Fiore again. Maybe have her face Jasmine Jazz the Vicious. I don't know. We'll see. But Aaron Blanchfield, very impressive performance, getting the submission. Before that, Ethan Ewing, man. Holy shit. Shout out to Ethan Ewing. 48 hours notice. This fucking dude with the blockhead. He pulls up and steals Malcolm Wellmaker's O, takes his shine. I mean, this spot was tailor-made for Malcolm Wellmaker on the Madison Square Garden card. Oh, God, man. God, that lick talking to me. But ultimately, Malcolm Wellmaker, man, I mean, he tried really hard to get that KO. I mean, he absolutely fucking stung Ethan in the 1st round with that signature right hook. But Ethan Ewing, man, this kid's got a fucking chin on him. I mean, literally and figuratively. I mean, this guy... He's the second coming of Drew Dober for sure. But yeah, Ethan Ewing, man. I mean, in rounds, he might have lost round 1, maybe. I thought it might have been 1-1 going into the 3rd, but I mean, in rounds 2 and rounds 3, he just absolutely put it on Malcolm Wellmaker and put a crazy pace on him and out-grappled him a little bit and just ultimately stole the decision, stole his shine. I mean, what an impressive performance. Shout out to this guy. I was literally beefing with the guy on Twitter or on Facebook, and he was trying to say that, who the fuck is this guy? I'll be surprised if he wins. I was telling him, I was like, dude, like, you can't count people out in the UFC, especially guys like this. I mean, he has the exact same amount of experience as Malcolm Wellmaker. And yeah, he showed tonight that he absolutely belongs in this bantamweight division. And for all checked Malcolm Wellmaker, I mean, so many people were picking Malcolm to just easily KO this guy, me included. But I had a feeling this guy might pull it off, and sure as fuck he did. So shout out to Ethan Ewing, man, fucking coming out here, making his UFC debut on one of the biggest, if not the biggest card of the year, and just absolutely showing out, stealing Malcolm Wellmaker's shine. So we'll see what he does next in the bantamweight division. I mean, this guy could be a future star in the making. And Malcolm Wellmaker, bro, I mean, you fucking accepted this fight on 48 hours notice, and you fucking went toe-to-toe with this kid. You'll be fucking back, dude. Shake it off. You'll be back, bro. You're fucking 10-1, dude, and you just have absolutely insane KO power. I mean, those right hooks were absolutely fucking disgusting, bro. His hooks are nasty, okay? And anybody who doesn't have a fucking granite chin like this Ethan Ewing guy is getting fucking knocked the fuck out by that shit. So shout out to Malcolm Wellmaker, man. Nothing to be ashamed of with that performance. Now, early prelims, these are fucking good as well. Kyle Dawkins fucking just fucking made easy work of Gerald Mearshart. I'm not sure like what happened there. Gerald Mearshart, man, just sometimes he's fucking good, and he's like, damn, Gerald Mearshart, man, people forget, man. But and then other times he goes out there and he gets finished in fucking 50 seconds. So shout out to Kyle Dawkins though. That dude is fucking dirty, super dangerous on the feet and on the ground. I mean, he rocked Gerald Mearshart, dropped him in like literally 30 seconds, and then just went down to the ground and easily submitted a guy who's probably the most decorated submission artist in the middleweight history. So shout out to Kyle Dawkins, very impressive performance. Pat Sabatini gets the decision win over Chepe Mariscal. This fight was pretty entertaining. I mean, Pat Sabatini in round 1 and 3, I mean, he pretty much dominated Chepe in the grappling and controlled him for the most part. But in round 2, Chepe, man, he fucking mutilated Pat Sabatini's face. Did a lot of fucking damage. Did way more damage than Pat did in total in the fight. It's just a shame that all the damage was in the second round. So, I mean, you couldn't give him a decision. If they would have given it to him, it would have been a robbery for sure, despite doing more damage. What was interesting, though, is that Pat Sabatini, he goes back to his corner after round 2, and his corner's like, you're up 2-0. You're up 2-0. Like, no, the fuck he was not. Like, as his face is literally sitting there fucking mangled from Chepe. Like, come on. I mean, but Pat Sabatini ultimately gets the win. He's 2-0 over Chepe Mariscal now, I believe, which shout out to Pat Sabatini, man. People forget, man. This guy, very good grappler. Before that, this fight, I really didn't pay much attention to. Fatima Klein won by decision. Who would have fucking thought? I mean, come on. Before that, Bison Gore, Suster-Kaya, my boy Jimmy Sue. I mean, nasty knockout in the third round, but, I mean, he kind of got fraud checked a little bit. He kind of got exposed a bit here. I mean, he was supposed to walk through Eric McConaughey. That's what I thought was going to happen, and he definitely struggled a bit with him in the first and second rounds. Was getting kind of controlled against the fence. And, ultimately I think Bison Gore was winning on the feet. But, he just, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about this guy. Something about this guy. It's hard to tell if, like, he's just playing around in there or if he's genuinely getting tested by these guys who are, like, kind of bums. But ultimately he ends up getting that round 3 KO. That shit was nasty. So shout out to Jimmy Sue. Very impressive KO. And then first fight in the card, Vyacheslav Borshev, he got decisioned by Mateus Kimilo, got out-grappled, got hurt a couple times on the feet like I predicted. So that's another just another example of just the absolute masterclass of the T-Nasty picks. Back at it once again, and the main event had me fucking upset, but it is what it is. Jack will be back, and I'm never switching up on him. He's still one of my favorite fighters of all time. So all of Jack Della Maddalena, hold your head high, brother. Nothing to be ashamed of. And yeah, just a masterclass by me on the picks. Ultimately, I didn't get the T-Nasty MMA Predictions Championship back, but shout out to my boy Huncho Mint for getting that for the first time. So we'll have to see if we can get it back from him at 323. But yeah, that does it for UFC 322. I mean, just one of the best cards of the year. I was so excited for this fight. Literally been fucking giddy all week thinking about it. Made 6 videos in a row about this fucking card, was posting on Instagram all day, every day about this shit, and it absolutely delivered. The prelims were entertaining. The first half of the main card was extremely entertaining. I mean, the last prelim and the first 3 main card fights, 4 CTE Society KOs in a row. It was just fucking awesome. We were going crazy in the bar. Shout out, by the way, to the official home of the T-Nasty MMA watch party for the UFC pay-per-views. My friends over at McDill's Irish Pub. I mean, they let me take home one of the posters. I mean, I'm going to have to look at this every day on my wall as a reminder of the day that JDM got absolutely dominated. But it's still a badass poster. So shout out to McDill's, the home of T-Nasty MMA watch parties. going forward. Let me keep the poster. Shout out to them. Friends of the channel. And as for friends of the channel, if you guys didn't see my community post or my post on Instagram or Facebook or any of that, we hit 250 subscribers on Friday. So shout out to everyone who went subscribed. I mean, you guys are the fucking best. I mean, you guys saw the community post, so I'm not going to fucking sit here and glaze too much, but you guys are fucking awesome. You know, it means a whole lot. You know, I know 250 is like not even that many subscribers, but it fucking took a lot to get here. 65 plus videos, like hundreds of hours spent editing and shooting this shit for literally nothing to gain at all other than the admiration of you guys. So you guys are awesome. I love you guys. Shout out to the Nasty Nation. The 250 subscriber special will be coming out probably Monday, maybe Tuesday at the latest. We'll be doing my top 10 favorite fighters of all time, and I'll be giving you guys a little bit of T Nasty lore in there. Like I said in a few videos before, we will be doing a giveaway of some T Nasty shirts, so make sure to stay tuned for the 250 subscriber special if you're interested in that. And yeah, just thank you guys so much for all the love. You guys are awesome. You know, tonight was not the best night, at least not at the end, but it was super entertaining, super fun, and on to the next. You know, it's just business. That's part of the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, especially when you're facing the best guys in the whole fucking world. But it is what it is. That's the game I love, and we're gonna keep fucking going strong, man. That's, you know, there's nothing new. So if you're enjoying this content, make sure to go down, drop a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, hype the video, become a channel member, share this shit on Facebook, create a second account, and then repeat those steps for me. And if you're not doing those things, you are just a straight up casual with all due respect. You absolutely need to be a hardcore fan. And to do that, you need to be subscribed to this channel. But with that being said, thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for 250 subscribers. On to the next one. I'm out. Take it easy, gang.